Okay, so this is the unit plan template that you will go and find in Edmodo. And we're going to just preview this file. And so let me make this a little bigger. Okay, so you will fill this out just as it is here, and the template is right here on Edmodo for you. All this information can go here. And then you'll see here that it's very similar to a single lesson plan, but obviously a unit plan is multiple lesson plans stuck together. So here you'll put your standards that are going to be covered during the entire unit, your unit description, just a short little narrative that describes what your unit is all about. Objectives for your students, again, same, it's pretty much all your objectives kind of lumped into this section here. You can just bullet those, that's fine if you just do that. Assessment, so basically this is looking at what will students know by the end of the unit and how are you going to measure their progress throughout the unit. So this is usually would contain some sort of big summative assessment that's going to happen that kind of ties everything together. And again, it should be directly related back to your objectives and your standards as well. Okay, so and then there's a little prompt here that describes this for you. This is going to be all the materials and equipment and everything listed. And I would just list it just like you do on your lesson plan. So student required materials and teacher required materials. Your procedures, now this you would just take right off your lesson plan. So you should be including at least two or three lesson plans, I apologize, in here. And so you would just take I usually say like day 1, and here's what's going to happen. Day 2, here's what's going to happen. Day 3, here's what's going to happen. And you might have 4 or 5 days in your unit plan, but remember, if there's anything, so for instance, say you had your 3 lessons, but maybe you needed 1 more lesson to kind of complete the unit, you don't have to write that 4th lesson. But if you would just kind of list, in general what's going to happen for that lesson to kind of wrap up the unit, that would be what you would need to do there. And you're not putting the entire lesson plan here, you're putting the procedure section from that lesson here. So just to kind of clarify that. Differentiation of instruction. So this is anything that you do differently for different students. So it's those accommodations and then the differentiation sections from your lesson plan. And you might include more. Again, if your 3 lessons don't make up the entire unit, you can include more here for differentiated instruction. And then interdisciplinary connections. So normally within well-written units, there's some sort of integrated curricular going-ons that take place. So for instance, if you're reading during the unit, you would include that. If you're including any kind of history in the unit, if they're doing any kind of math in the unit, all of that would be listed here. And so really that's pretty much it. So this really isn't that much different than just an extended lesson plan with, it's essentially taking multiple lesson plans and putting them together and having like an overall unit goal and objective that you're going for. So I think that'll be it.